Hi everyone, a very good evening to you. Here we are again with our program, Real Talk from Woman to Woman. Today is Wednesday and we are going to have our Bible study at 9 p.m. Today is the anniversary of the church. Today the church completes 48 years. So we are going to give you the secret of the universal church. In fact, this is all over the world, and you are our special guest. So let us grow together in the same faith that the church has grown all these 48 years. So if you are a person that you are facing difficulties in your family, in your marriage, in your finances, maybe with your health, or maybe emotional problem, today surely God will speak something that will awaken you and remove you out of that situation. So if you are able, make your way to the church. If you are not able, make sure you connect on our online service at 9 p.m. Okay, and also later on, as you already know, we are on our journey of faith towards the altar of justice. So you can connect with us as well at 10 p.m. here on Facebook or on YouTube. Okay? And also on our website, uckg.hk. Let's go ahead and do our meditation. Sorry, the sound went off, but now it's back. Reminding you that, like yesterday I was speaking, we have our platform, our Univer video, which I would like to invite you to, if you have not yet, for you to join the Univer video, sign up, and you can watch all the story of Esther. There is a mini series, and is all is in Portuguese. However, it is dubbed in English and also has English subtitle. So if you want to spend you want to every day a moment for yourself, for you to reflect on what we have been speaking, aside from you being able to watch all the series, the Real Talk, on YouTube and Facebook, you may as well watch the mini series A Rainha da Pérsia, which is the Queen of Persia. Okay, so let's go to our Bible reflection. Yesterday we were speaking about Mordecai, right? Sorry, forgive me. Vashti, how she insulted, or how she disrespected King Ahasuerus, and not only the king, but all the men of the kingdom. So they said, look, if you don't do anything about this, what will happen? All the wives, they will try to copy the queen, and they will disrespect their husbands. And then, like it says here, let's read again verse 18. This very day, the noble ladies of Persia and Media will say to all the king's officials that they have heard of the behavior of the queen. Thus, there will be excessive contempt and wrath, meaning they will no longer respect their husbands and treat them with contempt, right? Now, there's something I would like to speak about, to emphasize about Queen Vashti, because I don't know if you remember, yesterday we were speaking that on the seventh day, when the king was already tipsy, a bit, his alcohol intake had been a bit too much, and then he wanted to show off Queen Esther to all the men. Remember, Queen Esther was having a feast with the women, and the king was having a feast with the men. So I can understand maybe why Queen Vashti had such a decision of denying or refusing to go into the king's presence, because he wanted to show off her beauty. Now, I believe if a woman has some decency, she does not like to be paraded, shown off to every man. So it could be that she was upset because of the king's request. However, she could have done it differently. She could have gone there, and then when gone home, talk to him in private and explain to him and speak to him strongly, even if it was strong, firmly, with her husband, saying that she did not agree with such attitude from the king. But the thing, she had to do this indoors, inside of their home, not publicly, because that humiliated the king and also brought a very bad example to all the women. So maybe you as well, you have a situation in your life that you are not content, you are not happy with the attitude of your husband or a loved one, even a friend. But the way to deal with the matter is not publicly, like many people nowadays, they use social media and they expose their feelings and their arguments, their fights on social media for everybody to see. There are the people, they don't go to social media, but for example, when they are at home, they shout, and the neighbors, they can hear everything. So what is that? Is exposing and bringing shame to your husband and even to yourself. So when these teachers, when we have a matter to deal, a situation to resolve, we need to resolve it in between closed doors, not being exposing your problems and differences in public. Do you understand? So this is a lesson that all of us have to learn. Now sometimes, and I'm gonna tell you something. I used to be a person, like I used to make jokes of everything. So when I had a situation, and sometimes I didn't know how to express it very well, what I used to do, I used to make a joke, a sarcastic joke. You know what I mean? And that is also not the right way to go about it. Thank God, God has revealed this to me for a while already. And I have learned this, because sometimes when you are being sarcastic, you are telling your heart without being so direct. And this is also a very wrong attitude. So watch it out. There are many ways that we can be exposing and refusing to go in the presence of the king, if you know what I mean. We have been disobedient and disrespectful towards our husbands, our loved ones, the people around us. So we gotta watch it out, okay? Let's continue here, verse 19. If it pleases the king, let a royal decree go out from him, and let it be recorded in the laws of the Persians and the Medes, so that it will not be altered, that Vashti shall come no more before King Ahasuerus. And let the king give her royal position to another who is better than she. Ouch. Ouch. That is painful. So the advisors of the king, they were saying like, listen, okay, let's resolve the situation. We cannot change her attitude. The attitude she had, and there's nothing we can do about it now. But we can resolve this issue right from here now onwards, so that it doesn't spread like a cancer, this bad attitude. So let's create a rule, and she will not be able to go before the king's presence ever again. And the most painful saying, and I believe that is the greatest punishment, is this: give her position to another who is better than she. But you know what I was thinking? I was thinking about this excellent spirit. When we are not excellent in what we do, even in our relationships, what happens? We give way to someone better than us. That's a fact. So I was thinking about Esther. So imagine, one woman despised the king and her responsibility as a woman, as the queen, and the other was chosen because she was better. She was not a person to think about her position, to think about her status. She was not thinking about her well-being, her appearance. You know what I mean? She was not thinking about her personal life. So when we are not fulfilling our role as a wife, as a mother, as a daughter, as a servant of God, you know, that is not a problem. The only one that loses out is not your husband, is not your children, is not the church, but it's you. Because you will have to live with the idea that you will be replaced with a better person than you. And that's not what you want. It's not what I want. So think about this. We are talking with women in here. Think about your role as wife. So don't give it to someone else that is better than you. So how can you prevent your role as a wife of your husband to be given to another woman? You have to be the best wife ever. You have to treat your husband with respect. Obviously, first God and then your husband. You are not going to respect your husband so much that you will leave God aside. No. But you are going to look and say, you are going to seek from God, my God, how can I be the best wife my husband will ever have? Because you will not have eyes for anyone else. What is it? Search or research. Ask your husband, what do you do that ticks him off, that upsets him? And you are going to work on that. But you don't understand my husband. You don't know our condition. Listen, just do this homework. Ask your husband, darling, what can I do to improve myself as a wife? What do I do that upsets you? Sometimes they will not want to say it. Other times they will say, look, you nag, you keep controlling my life. You want to change me. They will tell you a list. So what you are going to do with that list? You're going to take that list and you're going to bring it to God. My God, look, I received this letter from my husband. I don't think I should change here or there, but what do you want me to do? And then consulting God, consulting your husband, you will be a better wife. You will start to see things that you cannot see. You know, it's very easy for us to see the mistake of other people. Our eyes point to the outside, so it's easy for us to see the mistake of someone else. Another wife, it's easy for you to see the mistake of your husband. It's easy for you to see the mistake of your children. It's easy for you to see a mistake of your siblings, of your entire family, because your eyes are directed to the outside. But it's very difficult for us to see our own mistakes, our own faults. Because for that, we need to have spiritual eyes, and we need to have the eyes of God. What would Jesus do if he was in my place? Would he behave this way or not? And when you are this spiritual person, when you receive a list from your husband of things that he would like you to change, you don't get offended. But what you will do, you will take that and you start to work on that to improve, to be the best wife you can ever be, to be the best mother you can ever be, so that no one better than you will take your place, because you'll be the best. Okay? Let's continue here and finishing. We are about to finish this chapter. When the king's decree, which he will make, is proclaimed throughout all his empire, for it is great, all wives will honor their husbands, both great and small. So whether the person is a noble or if he's just a normal person, the wives of these men, after seeing the consequences of being disrespectful to their husbands, then they will fear and they will all honor their husbands, whether they are the nobles or the simple people. Okay? And the reply pleased the king and the princes, and the king did according to the word of Memucan. Then he sent letters to all the king's provinces, to each province in its own script, and to every people in their own language, that each man should be master in his own house. Can you see this, wife? That each man should be master in his own house and speak in the language of his own people. Now, you see here that each man should be master in his own house. Okay? You can be the breadwinner, but master is only one, is your husband. You can suggest, your husband can even make many mistakes, and sometimes you have to allow him to make mistakes so that he can understand what you are trying to convey, the message that you are trying to convey. But remember, you are married. Your husband is the master of the house. So you cannot make decisions on your own out of the top of your head. You cannot try to control everything and every situation, because you are not the master. And here is an alert for all the single women. If you want to be the master of your own life, let me come closer to you. If you want to be the master of your own house, don't get married. Because if you are going to get married and you are not going to allow your husband to take his role, fulfill his role in the house, in the marriage, you will not be happy. You will not be happy. And for you who are single, here's an alert, because often we speak about for the single ladies not to get involved with people that are not of the same faith, that are not even of the same church, because sometimes their ideas are totally different. So you can see that when we give this kind of advice, actually it's not us, that is the word of God, okay? When we give this kind of advice, is to protect you. Is for you to understand that now you can follow your heart and marry whoever you want. Fine. But later, you will have consequences of that decision done not in God, with God's approval. So when we tell you like this, look, it's important that you marry someone of the same faith, right? Like Boaz, I think it was Boaz that said to Ruth, right? Stay here in the field, don't go into another field. Here you will be taken care of. That is the same spirit. In other words, don't go and search for a husband elsewhere. The answer is in-house. Stay inside, under the shelter, under the protection of God, and He will look after you. And when God blesses you with a man of God, with a person that fears Him, you know what happens? It's easy for you to submit yourself to a person that has the same mind as you. Right? Different than the wives that have already been married. They came to the church, they already married. They didn't know the word of God, they already married. Right? So now they have to fight, and the work is harder for them to bring their husbands to the presence of God, to the same faith and level that they are in. But you who are single, you don't have to make this mistake. Okay? So take this text, we are speaking about married women, but this includes you a lot, because you are here connected with us to learn from the mistakes of others so that you don't need to make the same mistakes. Okay? So that's all we have time for today. We have many people connected from all over the world. We have a lot of people connected from the Philippines, from South Africa. I saw just now a comment from Istanbul, right? So we have people connected all over the world. God bless you, stay in faith. Know that the solution for your problem is on the altar of God. That's where you are going to find the solution for your problem, not outside, okay? Now, join us later on our prayer of agreement at 10 p.m. here on Facebook, private group of the church, or on YouTube, or on our website, uckg.hk. And if you want to watch the series Queen of Persia, feel free to sign up to Univer Video. May God bless you, and we'll see you again tomorrow at the same time, most likely finishing the book of Esther. God bless you. Bye-bye. Has this program been of help for you? Feel free to share with someone who also will benefit from watching it. You feel free to press the share button, and if you want, you can like it, and leave your comments below. God bless.